What you guys, got another video here for you. Now this one's been requested by a few of my YouTube members on how to fix Windows shutdown issues. Now this is quite a broad topic, and the reason for that is it could be numerous different things. So I've tried to fit in the most common stuff that you can do that will actually fix a lot of your issues. And we'll just sort of verbally cover some of the issues that may be your problem, okay, first. So first things first, it could be malware related, okay, so always do scans with malware and stuff like that. We're not going to be covering that in this video. Two, it could be a third-party software or driver that you've installed on the system just recently, and that's now causing the problem. I.e., it could be a piece of hardware you've plugged in to the computer and you put the software on, it doesn't like it, and it's having trouble shutting that down or closing that piece of software down. It could also be a device that you've plugged into your computer, okay? Now if you've got a device plugged in that it doesn't like, then it's going to have problems with that also. So they're the three areas that you need to check, okay? So the drivers issue, I'll show you how to rectify and roll back a driver, but that's as far as I can take that, okay? So that said, let's get started. So we're going to be doing some registry edits here, so make sure you back up your registry, and I'll take no responsibility for any loss of data that you may have if you do these types of fixes, okay? So let's get started anyway. So first off, we're going to come into the registry editor, and we're going to type regedit here. Now once we've got the registry editor open, we're going to need to make sure we've got a backup, okay, and this is important. So we're going to go File, Export, and we're just going to call this backup. You can call it whatever you like here. We're just going to stick that in the My Documents, so if there's any problems we can always revert back, and this is going to back up the whole of your registry, okay? Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we're going to go to HKey local machine, and we're going to come down to system, and then current control set, the third one down, okay, and then control, and the first thing you want to look for is this wait to kill service timeout. So once you see that, we want to change this. Now that means 12,000, that means 12 seconds. So the rule of thumb here is the lowest you want to take this is 2,000, which is 2 seconds, but you maybe want to try 5,000, which is 5 seconds first, okay? But we're going to go straight for the 2,000 here. But if you find that's too much, you can always up that, as I said. Okay, now we've got that done, let's close these back, and we're going to go into a new location, HKey current user. Okay. And once we get into HKey current user, we're going to go to control panel, pull that down, and we want to go desktop. Now inside the desktop on the right hand pane here, what we're looking for is wait to kill app timeout. Now if you don't see it here, you can actually add a new one in, but if you do see it in there, you need to change that also to 2000. There's not one inside here, so I'm going to quickly create one, okay? So I'm going to go right click on the blank space and go new string value, and we're going to call this wait to kill app timeout. So we'll just quickly timeout like so, all one word like so. Then we can double click on this and make this 2000, okay? And what that's going to do, let's kill that app timeout and make it 2000. Now also what you want to make sure that you've got inside here is another location called auto end task. Now you want to look inside here, and if you have an auto end task, you want to set that to 1, okay, to disable that. So it's not inside mine, but if it's inside yours, inside here, auto end task, then you need to set it to 1. Okay, that's now all finished with. That's our registry editing done. What we need to do now is we can create a shortcut on the desktop to shut down, which makes it a lot quicker, and you've probably seen this already, but we'll just quickly do this to cover it. We'll right click on the desktop here and hit shortcut, and then we're going to make this shut down, okay, like so, .exe, and then space -s, and then space -t, and then space 00, and that's, make sure there's zeros and not O's, okay, and then space -f like so. Now that's for shutdown and time equals 0, which means there's going to be no time, it's going to shut down. If you want to make it a bit more time, you can change these zeros to numbers and it will delay the shutdown. Okay, go next, leave it whatever you like here as the name of it. I'm going to finish that one up. Now that's our shutdown icon. It doesn't look very pretty, I can see, but we can change that and right click on there and go properties like so. And what we want to do here is come down to where it says change icon. I'm going to click OK here, and you can see here there's our icon there, and we're going to change it to this shutdown one here and then apply that and OK, and you can see that's now changed our shutdown icon, and that will then shut the system down instantly when we click on that. Okay, so if you want to take your investigation further and you want to try to fix some issues and none of these have worked, you can always try SFC scan now and also check disk, and you can open the command prompt up here, and we're going to type CMD here and right click on there and run this as administrator. Once you've got that open, okay, you can put check disk space /? And that will give you all the switches that you need, okay, to find out what you want. Now this fixes errors on the disk, and also repair locates bad sectors, which is what you want, and the X will force the volume to dismount, which is exactly what you want. So they're the ones that I would suggest you run, and you can do that by, and we'll just clear screen there. What we'll do here is check disk like so, /R /F and /X. So what that's going to do is relocate and fix and also dismount the drive itself and run that. Okay, push enter and run that. Now if that doesn't work, then also, okay, the final one we're going to look at is SFC scan now, and you can do SFC space /? And this will give you all the switches that you can use here, okay, to give you some idea of what's going on with the system, and it will check all the system out. Okay, and you can do that by, as I said, we're going to clear the screen here and type SFC space / scan now, all one word like this, and you run that, and that will do a check on the system, and you should fix a lot of your issues. Okay, now if you're still having problems after that, then there's other issues that it may be that you need to do more further investigation. Okay, so now we've got all that set. Let's do one more thing in the registry before I do that, just in case you've got a problem. Now there is a hotfix for a delay shutdown, okay, and you can use this hotfix on the Microsoft website here, and I will put the link in the description for you. Okay, now what they do here is, I'll quickly go to the location and I'll show you, and I'll just quickly open this up, and you may find a bit of background noise in the video. That's because I've got the windows open because it's hot. So let's go back here. Okay, so where we want to go to is H key local machine here, and then we want to go system again, current control set, which is there, okay, and then we want to go control. Open this up a bit so you can see, and then we want to look for session manager down the bottom here. So inside session manager we want to look for memory management. Okay, so inside here we'll look for memory management. So open this one up, and there it is there, and inside there we can see clear page file at shutdown. Now sometimes people have this set and it will cause a long shutdown or delayed shutdown or a non-shutdown. It will just stick on the shutdown screen, and what you can do is change this. Okay, so you want to make sure this is on 0. If it's got a number inside here, number 1 or something like that, then take that one out and put a 0 in there and okay that. Okay, mine's okay, so we're just going to leave that as is. Okay, and remember that one is, let me just pull this open so you can see it, clear page file at shutdown. Okay, so that one's now done. So I did say about the actual driver issue. So what we need to do here is right click on my computer here and go properties, and then we're going to open up device manager like so. And if you have put any sort of software on a hardware and the driver is on the system, you want to look for any question marks or exclamation marks in here, and just say for argument's sake it was this display adapters. As you can see, this is VirtualBox. Yours will be a graphics card here. If you've just updated the graphics card drivers and you're having issues, you can always right click on this, okay, and go to properties here and go to the driver, and you want to roll that driver back, okay. And by doing that, what you're going to do is put the older driver back onto the system. It'll roll back to that, and that sometimes fixes the issue if you've got issues with drivers, that is, okay. It might not be your display driver, could be something else. Or go to the manufacturer's website and download an older driver or more stable driver, okay, and do some research that way. As for the malware side and the other bits and pieces, then you need to sort of rectify those yourself. Other than that, devices that you're plugging in, take everything out of the computer and do a normal restart. And I'll show you one more thing. I'll go to msconfig here, and we're going to open this up, and this is another little trick that you can do, okay, to do a restart. And you want to do selective startup, okay, and you want to take the load startup items here, take the tick out of this, and then once you've done that, you want to go to services here, and you want to hide all Microsoft services like so, apply that and OK that, and then reboot the system and see what happens there. You want to get into safe mode if you want, and that will load up and see whether you get any problems on shutdown. If it shuts straight down, then you know there's a service or something else that's causing that issue, okay. So I'm going to close that off, and I think that's going to be about it for this video. I think I've covered just about everything I can. So I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. If you find this video useful, then hit that like button, guys. It really does help me out. And also hit the subscribe button if you want to keep up to date with all my latest videos. And I'll be making more videos every week. So thanks again for watching, guys, and thanks for your support. Bye for now.